Alright guys, so let's talk about Soul Hunters. I apologize for the late video on this. This should have been done basically a week ago. Since the skill is a week ago. I don't know why I delayed it really. I guess I just didn't feel like uploading it for recording, but here I am now. The Nexus King is gonna come shortly after we kill it in a few days, so that's gonna be pretty instant. I don't want to fall behind. Okay, Soul Hunters. So in this fight, I progressed this as a Fire Mage and I recleared as Arcane Mage. I recommend if you are progressing this boss, just play the fucking Fire Mage. Yeah, you have cauterize, you have freedom of mobility, which is the most important part. And I think Fire Mage does more damage here anyway. You should obviously be aiming for Haze Mastery gear set. Trinket wise, it doesn't really matter. You can just go with the Sagbur Parapodia combo. I think that one is actually decent for Fire Mage. But this fight is more of a mechanic check. If everyone lives, you kill it. Yeah, there is a certain DPS check, which I'm not sure if it is still present with the 3% buff. But if you are decent at Fire Mage, I think you can do this fight quite easily. It is literally just target one boss, swap whenever there's an intermission, and do the mechanics. So let's talk about this. Yeah, talent wise, you can actually opt in for both either Ashen Feather, or you can go Heat Shimmer if you feel like gaming. I think Heat Shimmer is better here because you don't get that much of an Ashen Feather uptime on this fight. But if you're lazy, you can play it. I don't think you'll be losing that amount of damage for having to play with Heat Shimmer, which can be annoying in some situations. Yeah. So let's just play the video, and I'll walk you through the mechanics. So here I'm targeting the Dark Sorrow because that's the highest health mob, as you can see. 13 billion, 13 billion, 16 billion, plus there's a Hunter's Mark, so there is zero reason not to target that mob on pull. Yeah, just doing my standard Fire Mage thingy, just going close to the melee so that I can hit faster. And here, on the pull, 3 circles are going to spawn, just like Heroic. These circles give you a debuff, which makes it so that you can soak the blue puddles, which are expanding throughout the boss fight, yeah? So you want to soak these, yeah? If you are assigned to them. They are in our guild. I'm pretty sure the strategy is going to be the same everywhere. There were 3 sets. Yeah, 3 teams. I was in the first one, so play the video just so you can see how it goes. I mean, the first one I took the melee one because that is, you know, the closest one, so I could get my little Fire Mage uptime, so I don't have to like suffer from being far away from the boss. Okay, just doing my rotation, staying in it. Nothing much happening for the first 25 seconds of the fight. It's just do the soak the circle, and then in 7 seconds this void step will happen. Yeah, I was not assigned to soak these. I'm pretty sure some tanky classes plus tanks that are assigned to soak the souls, these little green circles. If you step in one, which has happened to me multiple times on progress, it hurts. There's a 20-second debuff. I think it takes like 1 million per a second or even half a second. And if you have the debuff on top of that, the debuff actually hurts as fuck. It's a healing absorb, and I'm pretty sure, does it do damage? I'm not sure, but it is a healing absorb, which you don't want to have, and it ramps up throughout the fights. If you have the soul at the same time, it hurts a lot. Yeah, so then the boss void steps, and these little circles are your cue to soak. You don't want to pre-stand them. Pretty sure they kill you. Haven't tried, but don't try it. I'm pretty sure they kill you. Yeah, so in my situation, in my case, I just position myself next to this one. The melee ones have prio. I alter it. I soak. Yeah, boom, boom. This does a lot of damage. So as you can see, I'm kind of greeding, trying to alter 2 soaks. Yeah, because alter time counts as healing. So the healing absorb should be fully gone after I do these both. Yeah, I'm actually greedy. I'm going for free even. While I've altered. I actually just altered the chains. But on progress, I was altering the debuff to heal back up, where I'm still doing the rotation. Here I was not assigned to soak with this debuff because that would hurt like shit. And I have found out that you cannot get the hunt, this line here, as long as you have the debuff. So you are kind of safe to just soak, yeah? Here I'm soaking still. I'm trying not to outrange the boss. Like, I will not go far away from the boss in my combustion. I refuse. I would rather let the circles expand. And then we are calling go stack on red after all the hunts are finished. And here we dispel. everyone needs to get dispelled. The second team is going to be nearby, and it's going to just go on the second team people. And here, you don't have a debuff, you're not soaking, you're just doing damage. Yeah, you're just doing damage, you're just doing your thing, dodging stuff. Yeah, nothing really important happening. There's going to be a second chain happening in 5, the pull-in. So you're just going to blink out this one. Make sure that you don't use the shifting power too late. Happened to me a few times on prog where I just forgot that the chain is happening and I just got pulled in with shifting power, which is just like a jump off angle. Yeah, like not really pleasant for that to happen. Yeah. And during this, you want to solo the hand. So whoever can solo the hand. So for example, you as a mage, not sure if I had to even use it. It's a random target. You are aiming to block this one, the hand, so that you minimize the raid damage, so no one has to soak. But in a situation where there is no immunity, the raid leader or whoever should call out, okay, range soaks this one, melee soaks this one, and etc. Or immunity, etc. Yeah. So you can see this guy soloing it, the Oxide. I think it's just a Demon Hunter. This one is either range or melee, I'm not sure. And I think this one is range. As you can see, I'm trying to make my way there to soak the range one to minimize the damage because that person who had it did not have an immunity. Yeah. Right here, our monk Gerlocks did not have an immunity. So I just soaked this one. That's like half your HP, nothing really painful. But you should not be soaking if you have the debuff because I'm pretty sure that's just the riskiest shit. Yeah. After this, not much is happening, just some damage, raid damage. Yeah. And then intermission is happening in 8 seconds. And you should honestly remember this order so that you have minimum downtime. The first guy, which is intermission, is Dusk Blaze. Yeah, I marked them with colors, so I function with that better. So I should be swapping to this ASAP. Yeah, I don't know when I'm swapping. Surely soon. Yeah, I swap to him. And the first intermission chains you together with 2 other people, and it just basically works like the floodgate, the chain. You cannot go far away from your 2 other links, otherwise you're just gonna grip everyone together. Yeah, so don't do that. So you just want to stack together, kind of. We have a Vikora which assigns us to a specific marker, as you can see, outer orange, so around the orange. And there are gonna be stars incoming. You're just doing damage during this, so you have to kind of just do the rotation subconsciously. Yeah, and you want to soak these little stars. If they reach the boss, that's raid damage. You don't want to do that. But the dot hurts a lot. I have found out that it's best to take 2 stacks. Yeah, so I have 1 now. 2 stacks and then let it drop off. Yeah, I'm trying to let the first one drop off so I don't extend it. And then I take 2, no more. Yeah, the other ones will take 1 behind me. 3 is a bit risky, I would say. So after that, the intermission is over and the fight repeats itself. So I have a Vikora which tells me go blue because that's where the third team will be going to dispel so that I can get the debuff again. Yeah, so it's again, I'm going to be doing the first soaks and the fight kind of just repeats itself except for the intermissions which are going to be different. Yeah, so again, I have the debuff. The void step is happening much earlier now than on pull. There's nothing happening now. Now the void step is here, so I'm just looking where the demon hunter jumps. He jumped quite far away, and here is alter time in the soaks. Yeah, so this hurts like a lot, so I'm gonna alter soon. Boom, healed me a little bit, not much actually, but yeah, still. And I'm trying to soak after the grip as well. The grip is a little bit annoying because it slows you, so if you're trying to make your way to soaks, just blink. Yeah, like while you're damaging the boss still. Yeah, this is especially why I said this fight would be super annoying for Arcane Mage, because especially if you're progging, you have to soak and you have to like deal with the chain and with all the intermissions where there's a lot of movement. I do not recommend Arcane here unless you already killed the boss or unless you're confident in your movement abilities with Arcane. Yeah, here I procced Cauterize because as you can see, the debuff quite hurts a little bit. And when there's a dispel, it does a raid by damage, so probably should have potted here, but I was a little bit too greedy since I have Cauterize. It wasn't that big of an issue. And here I'm just doing the same shit that I was on the... I was doing on... in the first phase, right? Just grip incoming, yeah, watching out if anyone needs a soak. Yeah, I'm listening to my raid leader, that's a melee there. Then I think Rikudru is getting an external, unless range are coming in. Don't remember. Must have been a late call. And here, Raz, yeah, I failed to soak him, sadly. My bad. Because if you stack in these little soaks, you are pretty much dead. Because as you can see, people have these circles around them in the soak. And I'm pretty sure they do like a like a area damage if you're in the circle. And if you soak that, I am pretty sure you're fucking dead. Yeah. So I was a little bit hesitant because I think the calls there were a bit late as well. Yeah, there's also these random frontals happening, these blue frontals, you just dodge those. That's, again, another reason to play Fire Mage, just dodge, 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 dodge. You never want to be around the middle because that's where the dispels are happening. Yeah, that's where the first team, which I was, goes and dispels to the second team, and then the second team to the third. And if you get the second team's debuff, like from the second team to the third, and if you're there, you're pretty much cooked if you already have the debuff running. And you can see I still have 12 stacks. Yeah, and you don't want that to happen. You will be pretty much cooked. This is second intermission, as you can see. Intermission happening. That is Blood Wrath, if I'm not mistaken. So she was swapping to Blood Wrath here. That's the blue one. And this intermission is kind of easy. Yeah. This is just... they are going to be these, I don't know how to call them, just like beams, thingies, yeah, on you, on everyone. And you just want to make sure that you're not overlapping, you're not standing on two. I'm pretty sure you can survive two anyway, with like a barrier or something. But you don't want to move with this, like, like hectically, because you still have the chains. So you have to respect those. And if you chain, if you move away, you're going to grip or going to get gripped to someone, and you're going to probably kill them, because I'm pretty sure that the chain itself, if you get gripped away, does damage. So yeah, you're just minimizing the movement here while you need to chain people. Yeah, like, yeah, don't move last second. Just always just make sure that you're alone in the beam. Yeah, and then make micro adjustments if there's two on you. Yeah, as you can see, I'm here. Just gonna move a little bit forward, and that's it. That's the second intermission, and the fight repeats itself again. I'm the first team, so I go on blue. We call on blue. I go on blue. Yeah. There's some leftover there from the previous phase. As you can see, I'm trying to make my way there, but the healers went there anyway, so there was not much point. But then Void Step happened, and soaks are up. So this is prime soak time. So alter time into soaks. Gonna, again, this hurt a lot, so I just altered back up. As you can see here, I pre-pop my alter. And then quickly I see the debuff. Oh shit, I have like 2 million HP. I'm fucking dead. Yeah, so I immediately altered back just to get my health back, just so I get healed a little bit from the altar. And then I'm continuing soaking whatever is in the melee. Yeah, chain happens, but this is still a lot of soaking happening from my team. Yeah, here I'm shifting powering, so I'm not gonna soak for like a few seconds. And I do not want to outrange the boss, so I just let the healers sort it. Yeah, you might be noticing, where the fuck are you? Good question. I got PI on this fight. This was a rank 1 week ago. And I was getting PI. And PI, if you're doing a rotation perfectly, puts you There were situations in this fight where I was just not blinking. I just refused to blink because that costs mana. So I was like, okay, well, let me save mana on blinks. But there's going to be some point of the fight where I'm and I'm just like not pressing my combustion, because combustion costs like, what, 8% of my mana? So definitely, I don't think the PI is the play if you have high amount of haste and if you are pressing the buttons correctly. Yeah. And mass barrier also put me back, because I think if I didn't press that single mass barrier that I did, I would be at 20% mana, because mass barrier costs a lot, and I would be fine. Yeah. So I'm slowly but surely running here. Yeah. Here the soak was called for me to go to the soak. Yeah. And then I'm 3% mana, so I don't... Yeah, I'm stupid, but whatever, Blizzard, yeah. I'm fucking Ignore that, yeah, that I can't press some of my abilities. Surprised this was even rank 1 when I was for like half the fight. And here I was hovering over my mirror images. I was unironically hovering around my mirror images to check if they have a mana cost. If I can press them. Like here, I hover over them, but I don't see the tooltip, I think. It just doesn't show, so I give up on it. YOLO, and now the third intermission is happening. So I was a bit yapping about my rotation, but the fight is the same stuff. Just do the first soaks, sort out the hunts, meaning go soak if you don't have the debuff, like I did here. I soaked the range one here, bam, doesn't hurt that much. And if someone has immunity, or if you have immunity, you make the line short though. Yeah, like if you have immunity, you would go to the hunt, to the demon hunter, which is casting in on you. so that it doesn't contain the room, and you would block just before it goes off. Yeah. But then we have the third intermission happening right here. And during this third intermission, again, you get chained. Yeah, you get chained again. We stack on middle here so that we have, I think, the best run. And then, okay, the Demon Hunter is going to jump somewhere. This is the Dark Sorrow. This is the last Demon Hunter that you're targeting pretty much for most of the fight. And this Demon Hunter is going to jump somewhere, right? And you have to all move as a unit because that Demon Hunter is going to be doing like frontal, I don't know, like breath or I-beam or whatever you want to call it, which kills you if you're standing in it, yeah? And you have to move as a unit because you have a chain. So if you have some, you know, someone is like handicapped, like he's just behind, and he doesn't move, he kills all 3 people. So raid leader, whoever makes the call, go left, go right. Yeah, you go all together. So you can see that we all go left. We dodge the breath. Yeah, and we're damaging the boss. I cannot pop combustion here because I'm if you're wondering about that. And here, the boss, if he jumps across the room, you can just outrange. If he's like literally max range around the edge, you can just outrange and you can target the flying Demon Hunters. The Demon Hunters are always flying above you, so you can target those, and the Ignite would cleave if he was in the middle, the main guy, yeah? So here I'm just Scorching, trying to preserve a little bit of mana. The PI is garbage here, sadly, so not much you can do. Here we go left again. I blinked because I was a little bit behind. I felt like we were a little bit slow, so I did blink. And it actually, I think, saved maybe my teammates because the blink, like, kind of like yoinked us, you know, like together. But yeah, then combustion, and then you are just killing the bosses. If the intermission 4 begins, in 15 seconds you're dead, basically. Like you're dead within like 10 seconds of the intermission because all of the Demon Hunters will be doing their mechanics. Yeah, but we kill them before because we have a good damage on this pool, and that's it. So that's the fight, guys. This is just a mechanic check fight, yeah, whether you can soak properly and whether also like a healing check fight, yeah, because healers have to actually heal a lot and they have to dispel and they have to move. But obviously, if you're struggling with damage in your guild, it is still a DPS check fight. So all of these things you have to keep an eye out on that you do properly, yeah. But again, just to recap, soak, go to a marker, get dispelled, get away from the marker, soak the Hans if the raid leader calls it, immune block it if the raid leader calls it, or if you get, you know, if it's targeting you, which sadly in this video I don't think it did. You can also cauterize block. If you get a second one, you can cauterize, like not block, but you can cauterize the second soak, yeah, alone. But that one is a bit sketchy, yeah, so just do a block. And then just do what I told you to do in every intermission, whether that's just, you know, you always have to be clumped to dig together with your chain. So you have to play as a unit, and this is why I think Fire Mage is the perfect spec for this, yeah? So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. I again apologize for the late upload on this video, and I will be uploading Nexus King when we kill him in like, you know, 2 or 3 days. He should be dead, yeah, it should be him, yeah. So I will be uploading him. If you have any questions in the chat in the YouTube comments, let me know. And thank you much for watching, guys, again, and I'll see you next one. Good luck on this, boss. Bye-bye.